Night. Therapists James and Alice Hanley can't handle their own kids, and their home is becoming a madhouse. When the chips are down, son Matthew has some serious issues. Dad lets him get away with murder. And when Nanny Stella analyzes Dad,
what I've said, you don't want to back me up on.
I'm still allowed to have my opinion.
has she met her match?
You want to make sure I'm on my toes?
Maybe we're too much alike then.
I hope not.
It's They're Coming to Take Me Away, ha-ha.
I think that Jim is a male chauvinist pig.
Tonight on Nanny 911.
My name is Alice Hanley, and I do a lot of the homemaking and the cooking and work as well. I don't want anything on the floor either.
My name is Jim Hanley. We have 3 great kids. I went from being able to skydive, ride motorcycles, scuba dive, to losing those privileges.
Matt! My husband and I are not going to live for another 10 years if we keep at the level that we're at. We have Matthew, who is 10. He's very intelligent, quiet, but can be very sneaky at times.
Get off of me, Matt!
Matthew's very mischievous. Matthew, watch the lamp.
He likes to get away with things.
It's your fault.
He tries to get the other girls in trouble. Cassandra.
Matthew does a lot of sneaky things.
Get it back!
Stephanie is probably going to run a gang somewhere. She's the friends with the teenagers in her school. Stephanie.
I heard you!
She does what she wants.
Come on out of the closet.
She's quiet one minute and then the next minute very emotional.
No, I don't want to play!
She tends to keep a lot of things inside. Cassandra will be 5 in 1 month. Cassandra is very controlling.
I'm not playing!
She does like to order people around.
I said get out! Never do that ever again!
Cassandra has a difficult time sharing it. You need to share it, okay?
No.
Yes, you share it with her.
Alice and I deal with such profound behavioral
Your
problems.
turn. Get away from the door. I feel very much overwhelmed with all the duties that need to be done. One thing can go wrong in the morning and then it snowballs.
They've been sent to their room. They've been had stuff taken away. But I still don't know what the right answer is going to be. You want to go to timeout? Shut it off. I shouldn't have to threaten you. You're going to lose your allowance for the week in a second. 1 time funny, 2 times silly. Now it's silly. 3 times you're out of control. You're acting like a jerk.
Our opinions on a lot of things do differ a great deal. Oh, stop.
I know. Good. Now you be his buddy and it's not going to work. We disagree on everything. Every
You
time
take
we
care
go
of the
somewhere,
kids,
I take
do the
all the
homework,
kids
do all of that.
almost everywhere we go.
We do bicker a lot back to each other. Watch his fingers. Watch
I
his
see his fingers. I'm not going to say by any means I'm the warmest guy on the earth. Get out here, dinner. Eat your eggs. I feel that I've lost some of that enjoyment, and it's hard. Leave Cassandra alone. Now you're going to get in trouble.
I don't like the escalation. I don't like the yelling. That's enough. It's getting a little old.
No father wants to cause their kids to cry.
That's not the type of household that I want for the children.
I told you to stop. We're talking about chain gang behavior. Hun, get my handcuffs.
I think there's a fine line in there, but I don't know how to find that line. We find us in our vicious circle. Nobody's happy.
I put my foot down. We're going to send them off to reform schools. I'm done.
No, ow, wait, look.
Well, ladies, what do you think?
Dad needs to set a better example on how to treat ladies for his son.
The first thing these kids need to share is a timeout.
2 therapists and 3 kids. There's far too much negotiating going on in this house.
Very well observed. Not a point missed. Nanny Stella, I'm choosing you to put the Hanley family back on course. It's off to Florida for you. Yes.
I'm Nanny Stella from Burnley in the north of England, and I've been a nanny for over 17 years. I've been called to Hernando Beach, Florida to give these therapists a little advice.
No, Stephanie, stop.
I hope I can bring some sanity to the Hanley household before it goes off its rocker. I'm here to get the Hanley family shipshape at last.
Hi, I'm Alice Hanley.
Hi, I'm Nanny Stella from Nanny 911.
Come on in.
I'm nervous about having the nanny in my house, and I'm apprehensive about what she's going to have to say.
This is Jim.
Hello.
How are you, Stella? I'm
Nice
Jim.
to meet
You
you.
know, I've had the psychology courses. I've had all the behavioral courses. And I'm looking to win her over, should we say.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Today's the first day, and today's the hardest one, really. And I'm going to take notes in my book. But one thing I need you to do is just be how you normally are.
That book's not big enough.
It's not? Well, I've been successful so far, but if I need another one, I do have one in reserve. Okay? So I know it's going to be hard, but you just have to sort of pretend I'm not here for a little while.
I'm going to try to be open, but I'm not one that likes to be told what to do.
Is that okay with you, Matthew?
Something
Go
to
ahead.
go.
You can play. Matthew, sit down. Sit down. It's fine.
As I begin my observation, the Hanley family sits down for breakfast.
Cassandra is a very picky eater. You can't have all whipped cream because then it's going to fill up your belly, okay? So you need to eat. She has very limited food choices that she likes.
Guess what, Cassandra? You can't go to soccer if you don't eat all your breakfast. I like to think of myself as the manager. The final decision comes down to my shoulders. I shouldn't have to reward you for that, but eat.
Is way too
Thank
big
you.
for her.
No, don't try to justify.
The portion was way
Yes,
too
dear.
big.
Dad wants Cassandra to finish her pancake. I was shocked to see Dad turn such a minor issue into an all-out argument.
That was too big of a portion.
It isn't. You're smirking and you know it.
Put your finger down.
You are. I said you have to eat the pancake before she goes to soccer. And you undermine that without asking.
It was a big pancake.
Looks like there is no consistency in anything that Jim and Alice do in regards to their family.
She's eating your big pancake.
It was still big.
It was no bigger than a waffle.
And while Mom and Dad continue to fight, the kids are wreaking havoc in the next room.
I'll bring it into the kitchen.
Let's not go there.
No! After breakfast, Stephanie and Cassandra are playing video games in Matt's room. But it seems Matt doesn't like to share with the girls.
No.
They're going to play because she needs a few minutes. Please stop. In our house, there is no I'm hoarding this for any reason.
Dad seemed to have an unusual way of trying to get Matt to share. Actually physically holding him where he needed to be. Eventually, Dad just turns a would-be punishment into playtime with Matt.
Let go of the piano, please.
Matt doesn't take being disciplined by Jim seriously.
Don't do that. Matt, there's no butterflies in there. Please stop.
They don't look like father and son trying to communicate over a serious sharing issue.
I don't need this one.
Matthew! Matt, that's enough. Get away from the door, Matthew, now.
Jim actually wants to be the boss. He wants to be in charge.
The longer you struggle, the longer I let her play.
But at the same time, he wants to be buddies with the kids.
Cassandra, finish up. Go on.
Those two don't go hand in hand.
Later in the day, Mom joins the girls in their room for some playtime.
We're sharing, okay? Change. 1, 2, 3, switch. No. Cassandra didn't have them yet.
She did not get this one.
Remember? Every few minutes we're switching. Ready?
Go.
Stephanie doesn't like anybody touching any of her stuff. She likes to be in control of everything. You need to take custody. Yes.
Although Mom is trying to get the kids to share, it doesn't seem to be working very well.
Show me 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then we're going to rotate. Come on.
Stephanie isn't even willing to share with her mother.
I want to play something else.
Sharing in any household is an issue.
That's the end of that game.
But in the Hanley household, it's huge. Nobody wants to share. It's a really big deal.
All right. Come on, Angel.
Later, Mom sits down to play cards with Matthew, but Dad wants to play a board game.
Do you want to play Monopoly with the girls?
We're not going into Monopoly again.
Hey, do we have a deal? Huh?
Hon, Monopoly is over today.
No, it isn't.
It's ended. It's done.
No, it doesn't work. He wants to play, we play together.
It's over for now.
No, it's not.
There's not a 50-50 agreement as far as a lot of things go on in the house.
I'll play that if we play Monopoly first.
Can you
Play
give me something
Monopoly.
to drink, hon? Please.
And again, Dad turns a simple decision into an argument. He wants to have the final say. He is the king of the castle.
You got all the aces.
Yep.
Stephanie, get the Monopoly out.
No!
Monopoly time.
I can certainly see where Matthew gets his stubborn behaviour from as Dad storms off in a huff. After game time, Jim and Alice round up the kids for dinner.
Mac, come on out. Get to the table or you'll be bleeding for sure.
It seems like everything at the dinner table is a big problem, and it's hard to break that.
Cassandra gonna say prayers tonight?
Yes, we thank the Lord. Blah, 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 blah.
You're supposed to be saying the prayer with her. Matthew!
It is absolutely shocking how little respect there is in this house.
Stop now.
Very good.
Eat. They don't respect each other when they communicate. They don't respect each other when they interact.
Sit down and be quiet.
Yeah, respect is a big issue.
It's been a long day, and with the kids off to sleep, it's a good time to sit the parents down for a long talk. I hope they're ready for what I have to say.
Is this a good time to talk?
I don't take criticism very well. I'm not so sure how much she realizes everything.
The first thing that I see in this house, there are too many chiefs and not enough Indians. The children are in control. They don't take you guys seriously.
Matt, there's no butterflies in there. Please stop.
Every few minutes, we're switching. Ready?
They take me more seriously, and they've known me for a very, very short amount of time.
Nanny Stella had mentioned that the kids had more control than what we did, and I had never thought it was a big issue.
Okay, that brings me to communication.
You can't get through to your kids when you're undermining each other.
It's too big of a portion.
It isn't, and you're smirking and you know it.
Put your finger down.
You are. You want to play Monopoly with the girls?
Hon, Monopoly is over today.
Monopoly time.
They really don't respect either of you.
Sometimes we both disagree on everything, you know.
This is one thing I just want to make clear to you.
The children lack discipline and they're walking all over you.
They really are.
I don't need this when I can.
That's enough.
I don't let them get away with everything.
How was it okay that he has no other way to communicate than disrupting everything
He was
for everybody?
communicating. He
So
wouldn't let
why
them
didn't
have
you
it.
take him to an aside and communicate to him that that is not okay and it needed to stop, or else? You guys did nothing to correct that behaviour. This comes back to the communication.
You have to decide what is acceptable and what is not acceptable behaviour for the children, because if you two don't know what's going on, they don't know